statistics questions. The first question is, the CDC receives reports of 7.7 cases of typhoid fever per week on average from all over the United States. Assuming that the number of reported cases per week of typhoid fever follows a Poisson distribution, find the probability that there will be between 1 and 3 inclusive cases in the next week. So, since this case follows a Poisson distribution, we do have a formula we can use for it. The formula is as follows. In this case, our x variables are equal to the number of occurrences, and our lambda variable is equal to the average occurrences. If we look back at the question, our average cases, or lambda, is equal to 7.7, and our occurrences are between 1 and 3. So what we will need to do is we will need to take this formula and add it together 3 times for 1, 2, and 3 events occurring. First, we start off with 1. So what is the probability that one person will be brought in with a case in the next week? Now, what is the probability that 2 people will be brought in with the case? It's the exact same thing as before with our average occurrences. And then finally, added to 3 occurrences. Now these just simplify into 1, 2, and 6. And if we go ahead and plug this gigantic equation into our calculator, we come up with our answer of 0.0514 as our probability. Our next question. Glaucoma is a disease of the eye that is manifested by high intraocular pressure. The distribution of intraocular pressure in the general population is approximately normal, with mean 16 and standard deviation 3. What percentage of people have an intraocular pressure lower than 15? So, for this question, we can use applications of normal distributions. First, I will start by drawing a graph of this distribution. So what we're looking at is something that looks like this, with our middle or our mean from the question being 16. 16. And our standard deviation of 3. And all that this standard deviation means is that it will encompass this area within that. So back to the question. What percentage of people have an intraocular pressure lower than 15? So sigma. And what these values represent is the A just represents the value we are trying to find. So in this case, it would be 15. Mu represents our mean or average value, which is 16. And sigma represents our standard deviation, which is 3. So now, if we plug it into the equation, we can see 15 minus 16 divided by 3. We take out our calculator. This is equal to negative 0.333. Now, we're not done just yet. Now we need to take this 0.333 value, and we can go to our probability table. We can find 0.3 down here and go across. This is 0.30, 0.31, 0.32, and then here 0.33. So this 0.370 value is our number. So now 0.3707 times 100, because the question, if we remember, is asking for what percentage, gives us 37.07 or 37.07% as our final answer. Now, the second part of the question. Approximately 75% of adults in the general population have an intraocular pressure that is greater than what? So, once again, we can use the normal distribution properties and its applications to find the answer. So first we can take 75% and convert that to decimal form, which is just equal to 0.75. Now, using this, we can go back to our table looking for 0.75. As we can see here, there is no value that is equal to 0.75 directly. So that means we take the two neighboring values, 0.07 and 0.08, and we average them out, which comes out to approximately 0.075. And then taking our 0.6 from before, have our number 0.675. So what does this number mean? This number now means that we can set the equation from above, A minus mu over sigma, to 0.675, and solve for our value of what pressure? Equal to x. And in this case, x is equal to our intraocular pressure. Once again, we can use the values from before, 16 and our standard distribution of 3, to solve for x. Now we just do some math on our calculator. And we can see x comes out to 13.975. Now, our question asks for our answer correct to 2 decimals, so we can round this value. X is equal to 13.98 as this answer just means that in the graph above, that 75% of adults